habang nakatigil ang mundo. Habang ligtas tayo sa ating mga tahanan. May mga pumiling manatili sa harap ng digmaan. Laban sa COVID-19. Para sa inyong patuloy na nagpapatakbo sa makina ng bansa. Para sa inyong laging nakaabang sa ating mga daungan at paliparan. Para sa inyong nagtatawid ng aming mga pangangailangan sa kalsada, karagatan at himpapawid. Para sa inyong mga nagbabantay sa mga warehouse at terminal. Para sa inyong mga nakikipagsapalaran sa daan. Para sa inyong naghahatid sa amin ng malasakit at kabayanihan. Kayong mga frontliners sa logistics at supply chain. Kakibat kayo ng mga doktor, nurse, sundalo at pulis. Patid namin ang mga sakripisyo ninyo at pagtitiis. Kasama ang buong sambayanan, kaming lahat ay nagbibigay pugay at puso-pusong nagpapasalamat sa pagharap ninyo sa tiyak na pahamak para sa bayan. Mabuhay kayo, mga bayani ng bayan.
Kaya natin yan. Kaya natin yan. Kung nais umasenso, manap ng trabaho, o di kaya'y subukang magnegosyo. Lumikha ng produkto't sikaping lumago, inspirasyon mong pagkapiko. Katuwang ng gobyerno sa iyong tagumpay, iisa ang ating hangarin. Pag may abilidad at oportunidad, tiyak na ang lahat ay uunlad. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Walang iwanan. Go lang ng go mga kaibigan. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Sulong Pilipinas! Go, 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 kababayan! Kaya natin yan. Kaya natin yan. Kayaw magtipid sa iyong mga pangarap. Sige-sige sa pagsisikap. Asenso'y sigurado sa hinaharap. Manalig lang palagi sa sarili. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Walang iwanan. Go lang ng go mga kaibigan. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Sulong Pilipinas! Go, 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 kababayan! Kaya natin yan. Kaya natin yan.
Magandang magandang umaga po mga kanegosyante. Ito po si Joel Santos, presidente po ng Thames International Business School. Ako po ang magiging host tsaka moderator nyo ngayong umaga. So para simulan po natin ang ating magandang diskusyon ngayon tungkol sa topic na ang topic po natin ngayon ay fulfillment, e-commerce, logistics. Basically, ito po ang lahat ng dapat nating malaman tayo mga MSMEs tungkol sa inventory management, warehousing, pick and pack, delivery. Ang term po dyan actually e-commerce logistics. Pero ito po yung mga detalye niyan. So, yan po ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon. Ang panel discussion po natin, kasama natin ang QuadX, FedEx, GrabExpress, Air21, tsaka Lalamove. Ipapakilala ko po sila sa inyo mamaya. Pero simulan po natin muna sa opening statements ng ating Undersecretary sa DTI, si Undersecretary Bless Lantayona. Siya po ang head ng Regional Operations. So lahat po ng mga go-negosyo centers ng DTI sa buong bansa, 1,000 plus po yan, siya po ang nagmamanage yan. So kung may mga question kayo, dediretsuhin nyo lang po yan at nandyan po yan kay Yusek Bless. Welcome Yusek Bless. Can we have your opening remarks please?
Hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Joel. Good morning, Asek Jean. And good morning to Nelly. I think Nelly is there, no? Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Kagaya nga ng sabi ni Joel, ako si Yusek Bless Lantayona ng Regional Operations Group of the Department of Trade and Industry. It is my honor and privilege to welcome all of you to the third and last day of Control Plus Biz Reboot Now, which is, as we know, an online conference organized by the Department of Trade and Industry e-commerce office and our partners from the e-commerce sector. We are now running the series 2 of Control Plus Biz Reboot Now because there is really a big demand from our public and especially from our MSME sector. The series 1 was a blockbuster. There was a lot of demand, so we cannot refuse, but we have to continue and even expand this online conference that we have. Salamat po sa ating mga partners, ating mga learning partners, ang TAMS International, and also to our agency partner, Wonderman Thompson, for developing the Control Plus Biz Reboot Now brand. Ang tagline natin ay nagsasabi na Control Biz Reboot Now. The message that we want to convey is simple. We want our MSMEs who are now confronted with many challenges because of COVID to take control of their business by going online because e-commerce is now the new normal. So the government, especially the Philippine government, really is very serious in helping the MSMEs, want to assist the MSMEs. And for DTI, for our part, we have a package of services for MSMEs delivered to the regions, to our 16 regions, 81 provinces, and more than 1,000 negosyo centers all over the country. I am sure that many of our participants now are familiar with these programs and services. Probably at one time or another, you have availed of these services in the different provincial offices of DTI and even in the negosyo center. Services such as provision of free entrepreneurial and managerial training programs, seminars through our SME Roving Academy. We also have the Kapatid Mentor Me program, business consultancy services. We have the mentoring and the coaching that we hold in the different negosyo centers. And then we also provide product development services, design and development services, market matching via our OTOP Next Generation program. We also have our financing program through the SB corporations, the P3 and the regular financing programs, and many more. Now, our newest program, which is this control, the reboot, no, Control Plus Biz Reboot, actually is a package of online services for our MSMEs intended to promote e-commerce, and it consists of the following. Very briefly, it consists of assistance to MSMEs in starting online business, either through FB, Instagram, or through onboarding in marketplace platform such as Shopee, Lazada, Zalora, etc. There is also this assistance because if you join the Reboot program, we waive onboarding for those who want to sell through marketplace platforms. And then there is also this loan through SB Corporation. So we will facilitate, if you are interested in getting a loan, we will facilitate, we'll introduce you to SB Corporation. And then there is also this discounts from delivery platforms such as QuadX, Grab, Lalamove, etc. And of course, like this, the training program that we have here today, so you can take advantage of this. As what was mentioned by Joel kanina, itong session na ito is on e-fulfillment, e-commerce logistics, and we have a very, very competent speakers to tackle this topic today. So I hope that you will take advantage of their expertise and their presence, ask questions and clarifications, so that we will be able to, you'll be able to learn a lot, from these sessions. Now, at this point, allow me to acknowledge the bayanihan spirit that we have today. In fact, nakikita talaga natin, government is here, the private sector is here. We also have the e-commerce platforms, the mentors. We band together, especially during this time of crisis. They are willing to help our MSMEs start their own online businesses to expand their businesses. Now, finally, to all entrepreneurs out there, please listen and learn, ask questions. We are here to help you, and DTI is rooting for you. This is a big challenge for all of us, the COVID-19. This is unprecedented, but we really have to find ways and means so that our MSMEs, which comprise more than 99% of the total enterprises all over the country, will really rise and restart, rebuild this business, even prepare to rebuild the business after the pandemics. Right now, what we are doing is to prepare you for it. So please take advantage, have a productive day. And again, thank you to our partners. Thank you to the e-commerce office and PTTC. Secretary Mon Lopez is very much pleased that we have this program, and it is very visible, and we know that it will really redound to something for our MSMEs. Again, good morning and good luck to everyone. Thank you very much.
Marami pong salamat, Yusek Bless. Thank you for joining us this morning. At narinig niyo po kay Yusek Bless na madami talagang tulong na binibigay ng DTI para talagang umusbong ang ating e-commerce industry. Nakita natin na dahil sa pandemic tsaka sa lockdown, actually ang mga negosyo na nakapag-migrate na sa e-commerce ang talagang kumikita, no? Kasi yung iba talagang naiipit eh. So, bago ho kayo umalis, Yusik Bless, isang tanong lang po. Itong
Yes.
mga programa natin, ma-avail ba po ito ng ating mga MSME sa lahat ng Go Negosyo Centers?
Of course. Ready na tayo kasi marami na tayo ngayong mga probinsya na nasa ano na sila, no? Parang less risk na sila ngayon, minimum risk, limited risk na GCQ. And even if nasa ECQ tayo, marami na rin sa ating mga staff ng DTI at saka negosyo center ang nagre-report, and even they are working from home and nakakasagot naman tayo. Available po itong mga serbisyo na ito, Joel, sa ating mga MSMEs. Tawagan lang nila ang the nearest DTI provincial office or negosyo center sa kanila.
So dahil ho, majority na po ng mga area, di ba, Yusik Bless, nasa GCQ na sila. So, pwede po, kasi alam nyo, hindi naman lahat alam po yung numero, no? Pero ng Go Negosyo Center. Pero saan po nila makikita yung paano kontakin yung mga Go Negosyo Centers natin?
Makikita nila ang listahan sa DTI website. So they just go to the DTI website and see kung ano yung mga number ng ating mga negosyo centers.
Okay.
And by the way, ito balita ko lang, no? Busy talaga kami ngayon in identifying potential borrowers para sa ating P3 program. Itong tinatawag natin na Enterprise Rehabilitation Program. So kung ang ating ilan sa ating mga participants ngayon ay interested, so pwede din lang makita ang mga qualifications, and they can also see and call, no, our DTI provincial offices and negosyo centers para magtanong. So yun ang aming assignment ngayon. Busy kami sa pag-identify kasi ang Regional Operations Group, natukahan kami na we help SB Corporation disburse 700 million of the 1 billion P3 ERF funds.
Okay, ang ganda po ng balita na yan, na announcement na yan, na meron po tayong funds para sa transformation natin sa e-commerce. At actually, mamayang hapon po ng alas 5, 5 o'clock, babalik po ako at pag-uusapan natin paano ba umutang o maka-avail ng mga loans sa SB Corporation. So nandyan po yan sa 5 o'clock. So balikan niyo po, tsaka meron pa po tayong ibang session sa hapon. So, Yusek Bless, marami pong salamat. I'm sure mas may engganyo yung mga tao natin knowing na nandyan ang DTI para suportahan tayo sa pag-transform natin ngayon. Tulungan lang po, di ba? So maraming salamat, Yusek Bless. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much also. Thank you.
So magsisimula na po tayo. Papakilala ko po isa-isa mamaya ang ating mga panelists ngayon, no? Sabi po natin, galing silang QuadX, FedEx, GrabExpress Philippines, Air 21, tsaka sa Lalamove. Yan po yung mga movers and shakers natin dito sa e-fulfillment, warehousing, logistics, delivery. Yan po yung mga expert dyan. So tatanungin po natin sila. Pero bago tayo magsimula doon, gusto ko po magbigay ng framework kasi ang tanong po ng maraming tao, particularly sa amin, tsaka sa DTI, paano ba talaga magsimula? Kunwari, traditional kang negosyo, gusto mo na mag-e-commerce, paano ba gagawin yan? So bigyan ko lang po kayo ng isang framework, tapos sisimulan na po natin introduce ang ating mga panelists. Nakikita na po ba yung aking screen? Okay. So, ito po yung ang tinatawag po natin dito ang 4 P's of e-commerce transformation by Thames International po. Meron po tayong tinatawag noon na 4 P's of marketing. Diba? Product, place, promotions, And price. Pero ngayon po, ang pinag-uusapan natin ay 4 Ps of e-commerce transformation. Ibig sabihin, ito po yung 4 Ps kung paano kayo magmamigrate galing sa traditional business na walang e-commerce na magpupunta sa e-commerce. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng pupunta sa e-commerce? Basically, ang ibig ko sabihin, pag e-commerce business na kayo, nakaka-transact na kayo ng negosyo nyo over the internet. Gamit nyo ang mobile phone, laptop, o yung mga tablet. So, dati ang transaction po natin, may binibenta tayong produkto o serbisyo, pupunta sa opisina natin o pupuntahan naman natin ang customer natin. So, ganyan po yung traditional. Ngayon po, lumilipat na tayo sa e-commerce na pwede na tayong mag-transact ng negosyo over the internet. Yan po ang gusto nating gawin sa e-commerce transformation. So, ito po, isang simpleng framework lang para may checklist tayo na bago kayo lumipat sa e-commerce, hindi po yan overnight, ganun lang. Kasi meron siyang proseso. At i-allow niyo po ako na ikwento ko lang yung aking suggestions, di ba? Kung paano ito gawin. Una muna po, ang una nyo dapat to tanungin, mag-e-commerce na ako, yung produkto ko ba, pwede kong ilipat sa e-commerce. Actually, majority po ng produkto, pwede talagang ilipat sa e-commerce. Pero ang tanong po dyan, meron ba akong niche? Naiiba ba po ako? Kasi kung minsan, sige, bebenta ko na tong aking tuwalya, di ba? Dati nagbebenta ako ng tuwalya sa department store. Ngayon bebenta ko na yung tuwalya ko sa e-commerce. Ilan po dyan ang nagbebenta ng tuwalya, di ba? So, ilan po dyan ang nagbebenta ng sapatos. Diba? So, kailangan nyo po hanapin yung niche. Ang niche po, kung ano yung unique, sino ba talaga yung customer ko. Tapos, kailangan may ina-address kayo ng need. Kailangan ba ng taong produkto nyo? Kung ngayon ang produkto nyo, PPE, naku, sobrang kailangan ng, o kaya mask, di ba? Sobrang kailangan ng tao niyan. Pero dahil hindi kayo makalabas kung hindi kayo makalabas sa inyong store, e-commerce ang solution dyan kasi need na need kayo. Tsaka check nyo yung trends. Ngayon, importante po, pag may produkto kayo na ilalagay nyo sa e-commerce, kailangan meron kayong margin. In other words, malaki po dapat ang tubo nyo. Bakit? Kasi sasabihin ko sa e-commerce, marami na kayong partner dyan. Bakit? Kasi for example po, pag nagbenta kayo, kailangan nyo mamaya ng platform. Yung platform may cut yan eh. Di ba? Sila nagbebenta ng produkto nyo. Ngayon, yung nagdi-deliver ng produkto nyo, may cut rin yan. Kung wala kayong margin, lugi na kagad kayo. Kaya ito po ang dapat isipin nyo. Itatalakayin po natin yan mamayang hapon sa 5 o'clock tungkol nga naman sa finance. Di ba? So, pangalawa, produkto. Sunod po ay proseso. Hindi po, para maging e-commerce company, kailangan nakalista muna lahat ng proseso nyo, tapos kailangan yung operate yan. Gusto ko ibigyan ng example, di ba? Ang TEMS International Business po, international college po kami. Ngayon, nung sinabing nag-lockdown, naka-prepare po kami dyan kasi dahil nga ako medyo nakita na po namin na pupunta ang tao sa online learning. So pag nag-lockdown po, inayos namin ang proseso namin sa TEMS International na dati ang tao pag kailangan mag-enroll, pupunta sa eskwelahan. Doon magbabayad. Pagkatapos magbayad, doon nila pipiliin ang classes nila. Ngayon po, lahat ng proseso na yan, nung nag-lockdown, na-automate na namin sa TEMS. So pwede na kayo mag-enroll, pwede na kayo mag-register, pumili ng subject, tsaka magbayad. Kaya kayo naman po, kung kanari store kayo, ganun din po, kailangan i-automate nyo yung mga operating procedures nyo. Kasi hindi na makakapunta sa store nyo o sa location nyo ang iyong customer. So, yung proseso po kailangan natin automate. Pangalawa, hindi po yan ma-change overnight. Meron po yung stages. Kaya lang dahil sa COVID-19, yung stages po natin napabilis, no? Pero on a normal situation, kailangan yung planuhin yan, hindi po overnight yan. Pero ngayon, nagmamadali po tayo i-convert ang sarili natin kasi kung wala kayo sa e-commerce, wala po kayong benta ngayon. So, ngayon, madalian po talaga. So, yan po yung proseso. Pangatlo, kaya po ginawa ng DTI itong ating control-based reboot now, para makilala niyo po ang ibang-ibang platforms. Actually, ibig po sabihin ng platform, yan po yung mga enablers natin. At ngayon ho, makikita natin lahat ng enablers natin na makakatulong sa atin ng logistics, warehousing, delivery ng ating mga produkto sa e-commerce. Yan po ang mga guests natin mamaya, di ba? Sila po, papakilala ko nga po, ito yung mga guests natin galing sa QuadX, FedEx, GrabExpress, Air21, tsaka Lalamove. Sila po yung mga platform na pwede natin makasama sa negosyo natin kung nilipat tayo sa e-commerce. Ngayon, paano kayo pipili ng partner na platform? Ito po ang aking mga suggestion. Number 1, kailangan yung pipiliin nyo easy to set up. Ang hirap na nga lumipat sa e-commerce, ang dami nang iisipin. Tapos, kailangan madali yung setup. Kasi traditional business tayo, lilipat tayo sa e-commerce. Kailangan matulungan tayo ng ating platform na mabilis ang setup. Pangalawa, pag pumunta kayo sa site ng ating platform partner, kailangan mabilis mag-navigate. Di ba ho? Kailangan siya customer friendly. Yan ang ibig sabihin. Pagpasok sa website o sa app ng ating platform partner, dapat easy to navigate. At importante po, easy to navigate para makita kayo. Kasi yung negosyo nyo po, kailangan makita ka agad doon sa platform. Ngayon, yung platform partner nyo po, kailangan ma-integrate nyo sa mga sistema nyo. For example, di ba? Pag nakakuha ng order ang isang platform, whether it's Shopee o it's Lazada, kailangan naka-integrate sa inyo na alam nyo may umorder ng produkto nyo para mapadeliver nyo. So, importante po na ito na, yung mga platform ay partner nyo. So, kailangan ma-integrate nyo. Kailangan easy to integrate. Tsaka ang pinaka-importante po, easy to deal with. Bakit? Unang-una, yung mga platform nyo, from the e-payment system to, ito po yung nangongolekta ng bayad, di ba? Nabenta mo na yung produkto mo, nakolekta na ng platform yung pera. Kung matagal ibigay sa inyo, hindi yung okay na partner yan. Kaya nga kailangan easy to deal with, di ba? Okay na partner. Ang platform po ay partner natin sa e-commerce. So, kailangan po neto. Ito po yung mga suggestion ko ha. Pag naghahanap kayo, easy to set up, easy to navigate, easy to integrate, easy to deal with. Tsaka finally, kung gusto niyo po maka-transform sa e-commerce, ito po ang pinakamahirap gawin. Ito po ang people. Yan. Bakit po mahirap yun? Naku, sakit na ulo yan. Bakit sakit na ulo? Siyempre, traditional yung mga tao nyo sa negosyo nyo. Tapos sasabihin nyo, kailangan na tayo mag-e-commerce. Ang unang tanong nila, boss, paano yun? So, hindi nyo lang pwede sabihin, mamay-create tayo sa e-commerce. Ito gagawin natin. Ang mga tao nyo, kakamot ng ulo. Tapos tatanungin, boss, paano yun? Di ko alam yan. Diyan po ang naging stumbling block na maraming kumpanya. Sa eskwelahan po namin, actually, yung mga sa teams, yung mga teacher na ayaw magturo online, nag-goodbye na po kami sa kanila. Wala tayong magagawa. Ito na po yung new normal. Ang pagtuturo ngayon, online na. So, nawalan po ako ng mga teacher na mga professor na ayaw magturo online. So, ganyan din po ang mangyayari sa inyo. May mga tao kayo na hindi nyo pwede isama pag e-commerce. Kaya importante po as the entrepreneur, kayo po ang boss, di ba? I-communicate nyo sa mga tao nyo yung vision nyo. Okay, ngayon, ano tayo? Ganito, in 3 months, magiging e-commerce na tayo. Kailangan po clear sa lahat ng tao nyo. Paano nyo gagawin yun? Tapos, kailangan nyo pong i-train sila. Hindi pwedeng walang training. Di ba? Kasi iibahin nyo yung mindset nila eh. Pero dyan po maganda, yung mga platform po natin, tumutulong po sila sa training. Tsaka finally po, tandaan nyo, pag lumipat kayo sa e-commerce, may mga kasama kayo sa negosyo na tawag po natin natural selection, na hindi nyo na po masasama pagpunta nyo sa e-commerce. Pero ganun po talaga. Pero kung ayaw lang matrain, ayaw lang magbago ng mindset, ganun po yan. So, yan po lang ang aking mga suggestions, no? From Thames into. Ito po yung proseso na binibigay namin sa inyo para makatransform kayo sa e-commerce. Ngayon, sa pag-transform yan, 4Ps natin, product, process, platform, and people, lagi po natin tandaan, ang pinaka-importante ay ang customer. Dahil sila ho ang nagbabayad sa ating serbisyo at produkto. So every time we look at your product, your process, your platform, tsaka people, dapat nakatutok pa rin tayo kung ano ang gusto ng ating customer. So with that, I hope medyo na-enlighten kayo. So ngayon po, habang magtatanong tayo sa ating mga platform providers, dito nga sa logistics, delivery, warehousing, and fulfillment, tanungin po natin sila dito sa 4Ps. Okay. Papakilala ko na po isa-isa ang ating mga magagaling na panelists. Unang-una po, di ba? Ang napaka-dashing, maganda, si Miss Mia Bulatao. Yan po. Siya po ang Presidente at Chief Operations Officer ng QuadX. Hello, Mia. Papakilala ko muna kayo bago kayo magkwento tungkol sa inyong mga negosyo at sa inyong mga platforms, okay?
Hello, good morning, Joel. Good morning.
Yes, hindi ko nakikita yung video mo. Nakikita ba ng mga tao yung video mo? Guys, yung video ni Miss Mia Bulatao, kailangan makita mga tao, artistahin to, di ba? Yun, yan.
Good morning.
Okay.
Magandang umaga.
Okay, sunod naman, ang papakilala natin ay si Mr. Garrick Thompson, Senior Manager for Sales from FedEx. Can we see the video of Mr. Garrick Thompson? There, that's Mr. Garrick Thompson.
Gandang umaga po.
Oh, Garrick, saan lupalop ka naman galing?
Galing New Zealand po.
Kita niyo yan, nagulat kayo dyan. Alam mo, dito sa mga DTI seminars natin, marami tayong surprises, di ba? Kala niyo si Garrick Thompson, Pilipino. Actually, hindi siya Pilipino. Sinabi niya, galing siyang New Zealand. Di ba? Na mas marami pa hong sheep kesa sa tao. Yan po ang New Zealand. Di ba? Okay, pangatlo po, iimbitahin natin, magpakita naman si Jack Lim. Siya po ang head ng GrabExpress Philippines. Ayan, ang ganda ng profile page ni Miss Jack Lim. Ayan. Hi Jack, hello.
Hello po, magandang umaga, Joel.
Okay. Si Jack nag-moderate na ako. Jack, sobra siyang polite na feeling. Sama-sama akong tao pag si Jack ang kasama ko sa atin. Okay. Pangapat naman po, si Mr. Beng Pangan, Chief Commercial Officer ng Air 21. Hi, Beng. Kita naman natin po ang video ni Beng. Ayan. Hello, Mr. Beng.
Hi, good morning to everyone. Ang inyong po lingkod. Basta sagot ko, i-click nyo.
Ngayon ko lang nakilala si Mr. Beng Pangan, so hindi ko ba pwede lokohin yan kasi hindi pa kami close. Di ba?
Okay lang, loko naman ako.
Si Miss Dana Majarocon, Lalamove Philippines. Siya po ang Managing Director. Orange na orange. Yan.
Hello po, magandang umaga.
Hi Dana.
Hello.
Actually, gusto ko lang sabihin kay Dana na kung hindi dahil sa iyo, gutom na ako. Kasi paborito ng asawa ko na Lalamove yung laging ginagamit. Pero pinapasabi ko, dapat GrabExpress na rin. Para, di ba kailangan fair? Pero as of now, loyal yung asawa ko sa Lalamove. No?
Maraming salamat.
Kahit mahal kayo, ha? Joke. Diba? Kaya kailangan ko i-try rin si GrabExpress. Okay, let's go. Each one will be talking about their companies. Okay, we'll give them and then after ko dyan, mag-Q&A tayo. Yan po yung format natin. Pero mas maganda po kung makakarinig po na tayo ng mga tanong galing sa audience. Diba? So gusto po natin interactive to. Tsaka gusto kong paalala po, mag-end tayo ng 11:30. Diba? Hindi po to hanggang 12 kasi alam niyo ba tayo mag-end ng 11:30 para pwede ko yung umorder. Tapos i-deliver sila ng ating mga platform providers, di ba? Yan po ang plano natin. So kaya 11:30 po tayo mag-end para pwede kayong umorder galing sa kung sino-sino mga restaurant at gamitin niyo po ang ating mga e-fulfillment providers. So, ladies first. Unahin po natin lahat ng mga magaganda at magagaling nating mga panelists. So, Ms. Mia Bulatao, can you tell us about QuadX, please?
Yes. Good morning. Again, QuadX is a logistics. It's a local logistics company. But I think it's easier for people to introduce rather our brands. No, we have, as you will see in my card, my background. We have three brands under QuadX. One of which is called Shipping Cart. Shipping Cart is a consolidation service. So basically, you buy online from the US or from Europe. You should be able to send it to your home here in the Philippines via Shipping Cart. We're open in three countries. We have offices in Singapore for our Asia hub. We have an office in North America for US and UK for our Europe hub. Locally, we're in the business of fulfillment, last mile fulfillment in particular, or ito yung delivery. So pag order kayo, let's say from Shopee, from Lazada, kami po a partner of those platforms, and we have our own service as well called GrabExpress. So we deliver naman po, pag nag-order kayo ng online, we deliver straight to your doorstep. That service is fulfilled by our local brand GrabExpress. Now, very, very soon, we will be launching PayLink. It is a payment solution service naman. So that when you order online or even for, what do you call this? Now, this is, we're getting entrepreneurs to go online, and a lot of these are just 3D services and you're not moving goods. And therefore, we wanted to enable these service providers with a payment facility for them to accept credit card, bank transfers, and that is PayLink. So those are our three products or three services out in the market, particularly focused on e-commerce, logistics, and payments.
Okay, thank you Mia. Marami po akong tanong sa iyo mamaya pero sundan na po natin ang next one, si Miss Jack Lim, GrabExpress.
Hi, Joel. Thank you for inviting us again. Thank you to DTI, SECMO, and everyone from Thames International po. GrabExpress is part of the Grab platform, which is your, as we would like to call it, your everyday everything app, right? You can book your transportation services. Pag GCQ na po, wala pa po ngayon, MECQ pa, so wala pong Grab car. You can book your food delivery services. You can pay your bills online. You can buy gift cards and deliver services. You can deliver groceries. And you can also ask someone to buy stuff for you, right? Kasi under GrabExpress, meron po kaming GrabExpress pabili. In the past months, we have doubled down our focus on MSMEs. Kasi gusto po namin na maging masamahan po namin yung mga MSMEs dito sa e-commerce, digital transformation, social selling. Kaya po, I think in all my talks, I always mention Madiscarting Boss Club, which is the club, the rewards we wish to partner with the different MSMEs with DTI po dun sa reboot po natin para rin po matulungan ng mga MSMEs. So ano po yan, nagbibigay po kami ng rebates, ng rewards, ng visibility. Actually po, nung Mother's Day, ang ginawa po namin for a few days, naka-feature po sa app namin yung mga partner online sellers namin na pwede niyong bilhan ng cake, ng flowers, ng gift for your mom. So imagine from their own website to actually getting visibility to every single person who opens the Grab app, right? That's the type of visibility we want to give to our partner SMEs. Aside from that, we give them promos, so yung mga flat fees po natin. And at the same time po, we want to partner with them and learn with them. Kaya rin po, aside sa webinar na to na pinaparticipate natin, yung Grab po is nagtatry din pong gumawa ng sarili namin para po sa mga tao na kailangan ng tulong namin para matransform yung negosyo nila.
Thanks, Jack. Thank you very much. Dana, Lalamove.
Hello, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. So, sa mga hindi po nakakaalam kung ano ang Lalamove, Lalamove is an on-demand delivery platform na nasa 12 countries and over 200 cities. Sa Pilipinas, nasa 2 city po tayo, nasa Manila at nasa Cebu. Ano nga ba ang Lalamove? Ang Lalamove ay nandito para suportahan ang ating mga SMEs, ang ating mga negosyante para maipadala nila ang kanilang produkto sa mga customer at ang ating mga partner driver, dahil ang partner drivers din po ay negosyante, nagnenegosyo sila para kumita through deliveries. Meron din po tayong Lala Food na nagfo-focus sa food delivery. para masuportahan ang inyong mga restaurant o kung ikaw naman ay consumer para siguradong hindi kayo magugutom katulad ng pamilya ni Joel na nakaasa rin po sa Lalamove para ma-deliver ang kanilang pagkain. So we're very excited to be here and to discuss e-fulfillment with you all today and look forward to all the questions for later. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Dana. Okay. Beng. Mr. Beng Pangan from Air 21.
Yes, sir. Again, no, magandang umaga po sa lahat ng nasa webinar natin. Air 21 is both an old and a new company to be honest, you know. Old because we have built our tradition for 40 years, no, in the industry on logistics and moving stuff around. Now, I say new because right now we are actually doing our own transformation. So kasama niyo po kami sa aming transformation into the e-commerce arena, no? Kaya po kaya po nakita niyo 1LGC, ang Lina Group of Companies. Actually po, within our group, meron din kaming e-commerce platform, meron tayong payment facility, of course, logistics, but even warehousing, pick and pack, everything that you will ever need can be provided by 1LGC. So, mamaya po, I'm very excited to talk about, you know, lalo yung mga nagsisimula pa lang, no? Siyempre, madali pong magkaroon ng produkto, we put it online. What then? Pag may bumili na, anong susunod, di ba? Anong gagawin natin? So, I'm very excited to be here. Thank you sa DTI and to thanks, no, for arranging this. And kwentuhan pa po tayo mamaya. Thank you.
Thank you, Beng. Finally, Mr. Garrick Thompson from FedEx.
Thanks, Joel. And like the others, I'm very excited to be here. Just some background on FedEx. I'm sure it's probably a brand that we've seen around, but you know, we've been in existence since 1973. And our core business is moving goods internationally. So, you know, we do that on the back of our flight network. So we operate over 670 aircraft throughout the world. And so, you know, particularly in this current environment, you know, a lot of the needs of the different countries to support the recovery efforts with COVID have been moving on our aircraft. So that's something that we're very proud of. So when it comes to e-commerce, obviously, given the nature of our business, you know, our focus is on supporting businesses from a global perspective. And so, you know, really looking to take some of the great things we have here in the Philippines from a natural resources, products, but also from talent, and looking how we can support you take that out to the world. So, you know, that's really our ambition here at FedEx in the Philippines. And so, again, looking forward to this session, and I'm here to answer any questions that you may have. So thanks again.
Okay, Garrick, since we're already there, why don't we start with you to talk about a little bit about, you wanted to share some slides on FedEx. Why don't we start with you already while you're there?
Sure. So thank you for that. Let me just share my screen. So can we see?
Yes.
Okay, great. So yeah, look, what I really just thought would be quite helpful is help to give some perspective and maybe some things to consider for everyone that's out there today. Paano tayo maka-adjust sa ganitong panahon sa COVID-19? So thinking about logistics from a holistic perspective and how it can support you as you shift across to e-commerce. And so, you know, really, I want to pose some, I guess, food for thought, things for you to consider, and this might help with some of the questions that you may pose to us over this session today. So, you know, a few things to think about, particularly as I mentioned, we're a global company. So when you're looking to take your products and your services to the world, and so, you know, firstly thinking, you know, your shipment has to get to where you want, and so looking at the importance of a global network with structures and support networks in the target markets that you're looking to focus on. Then also one thing that we've seen in the e-commerce journey is the ability to tailor to the needs of your customers. So different customers want different things from us. And so do they want, your goods overnight, or are they more willing to wait and look for a cheaper alternative that may take a little longer? And particularly in the current environment, the importance of your fulfillment network and processes. A lot of change is happening, particularly in global trade. So understanding those regulations and how your provider can help support you through the challenges. Another thing was mentioned earlier is customer experience. It really is everything, and that couldn't be more true when it comes to e-commerce. So customers have different demands. So, really thinking about tailoring solutions to your customers. Are they looking for a delivery on demand solution? Do they want different alternatives when it comes to receiving or delivering the shipment? And looking at automation and how you can reduce maybe the contact that customers have with you and your customer service and focus that through automation tools. And then another challenge that often gets forgotten about when it comes to e-commerce is the managing of returns. So making sure that we have a structure and a process in place to support, when that occurs. Finally, an often maybe forgotten aspect of global trade is the regulatory environment. And so there is some cost structure involved when you're looking to take your products to the world. So things such as the duty and taxes, the different permits that might be involved. Here in the Philippines, we have the FDA, we have NTC and the different government or regulatory authorities. These bring cost into the situation, and so it's understanding how we will pass those costs on to our customers. Will we build it into the actual price of the product, or are we looking to pass it on at the final mile? And lastly, in a global perspective, as we have these trade agreements between countries, and so understanding how you might be able to leverage on an agreement that the Philippines has, say, with the US or with the EU to help reduce the cost of the duty that might be there. And so, really the intent of me sharing this is to fuel your mind and to get you thinking. I know all of us on this webinar today are really here to help support you and your businesses as you look to shift into the new normal. So Joel, thank you for the time and appreciate the ability to share that.
Maraming salamat, Garrick, sa introduction na yan. Yung introduction ni Garrick, actually, tamang-tama yan sa pagsisimula ko ng mga tanong ngayon. So your introduction was just right for the first question I was going to ask, right? So now, I'm going to go to this question to all four. In the THEMS e-commerce transformation framework that I showed you, it actually starts with the product, right? Is the product something that can be sold in the e-commerce world? So I'm going to ask, why don't we ask, who should I ask first? Why don't we ask Jack, diba? Jack, what products will you accept in GrabEx? So my question to all is that what products will you accept in your platform, and how do they start joining you, right? So,
sir, I guess it depends kung which partnership you want, di ba? Kasi sa Grab, I think I've mentioned, meron kaming Grab Food, GrabExpress, GrabMart, Grab Pabili. So I think I have to differentiate each one of them. Tama po, no? So first, sa GrabExpress po, kahit ano po yung binibenta nyo, basta legal, right? That's the most important thing. Basta legal po and kaya po ng shipping limits namin. Madali lang po yun.
Ano yung shipping limits?
Yung shipping limit po natin pag motorbike is nasa 25 kilos po. Right? Now, meron po kaming mga partners na prefer po kotse. Right? So kung sasakyan po, umaabot po tayo ng 200.
So ako pwede kong pa-deliver ang sarili ko kasi legal
hindi
naman
po,
ako. Diba?
Hindi po. Gamit lang po. Bawal lang tao, bawal lang pets.
Narinig po nyo na hindi pwede raw buhay ang papadeliver sa GrabExpress.
Opo, gamit po. Malinaw po yun. Gamit.
Okay.
Oo. Tapos may insurance din po kasi kami. So, GrabExpress po, as an on-demand delivery service, we provide 10,000 pesos parcel insurance. Okay, pag cash po, 5,000 po yung insurance. Now, kung yung papadala yung item is worth 100,000, mag-usap po muna tayo bago nyo ipadala kasi meron din pong premium insurance partners kami. Kasi ayoko pong magpadala kayo ng 100,000 item pero kinakabahan kayo along the way. I mean, mabait po yung mga drivers namin pero yung ibang tao mas palagay po sila pag paulit-ulit sila nagpapadala ng mahal na item kung insured po yung mahal na item na yun. Tama naman po ako, di ba?
Okay.
Yung next po, kung nagbebenta po kayong pagkain, Grab food po yun. I mean, pwede niyo po siyang ipadala sa GrabExpress. Kaya po namin siyang i-deliver. May bags naman po karamihan ng mga rider namin. Pero kung gusto niyo po ng marketing platform na nakikita ng hundreds of thousands of people every single day at marami pong nag-order, pwede po kayong mag-partner sa GrabFood. Meron naman po kaming merchant application na pwede niyo pong gamitin para ma-manage niyo po yung transactions. The same thing po sa GrabMart. So GrabMart naman, one of our newest products, pwede po kayong magpasok ng grocery items, fresh, frozen. So kung makita nyo sa app namin, nandyan po yung mga delata. Meron din po tayong gulay, meron po tayong prutas, meron din po tayong mga vitamins lang po. So, over the counter lang po. And then lastly, actually mamayang hapon, kung mag-stay tuned pa rin kayo, meron din po kaming payment solutions. So, kung kailangan nyo ng online payment platform, nandyan din naman po si GrabPay. So, yun, basta po legal, maayos, may and bawal po buhay, tama si Sir Joel, wag po kayong magpapadala ng aso sa GrabExpress, please, wag po. That's animal cruelty. And wag din po kayong mag-attempt sumakay sa loob ng bag ni Kuya. Hindi po kayo kasya.
Salamat Jack. Actually, lahat grinab nyo na. Kaya tamang-tama yung ano nyo. Grinab nyo na yung pagkain. Grinab nyo na yung ano. Pati yung sa app name Grab. You grab everything. Di ba? So Mia, actually I like your background. You look like a SimCity. You don't look like logistics, but anyway, it's nice. So why don't we talk about QuadX? I like the name kasi we also have a product in Thames called Thames X, but I like the X thing. Basta wag lang ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, di ba? But the X is a really cool thing to add to any name. So let's talk about QuadX and what products would be good to work with you, and then how do they join you?
Okay. Similarly, anything inanimate and non-perishable are stuff that we will deliver.
Non-perishable, okay.
Non-perishable. So yung pag-perishable, that's Grab and Lala. We will go to that. We'll get into that business eventually, but right now we're in non-perishable.
Kung yan, Lala, Grab Yung si QuadX, in-announce niya na. That's fair competition, di ba?
Yes. And no, actually, we all help each other out anyway. We're all friends here. And when I say non-perishable, everything that can actually be carried on two wheels, kasi lahat yung fleet namin are all on motorbike. But I think what's more important to note is that if it's an item that you would like to deliver nationwide, then that would be the partner for that, because we're open in Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, as well as in NCR. So we deliver and we move items all over the country.
Okay.
But very much the same as what Jack has mentioned. As long as it's not illegal, all right, we will move it for you. We'll deliver it.
Pero perishable, you cannot. Okay.
Perishable, not right now. Not
Okay.
yet.
Let's go from the roses, punta muna tayo sa thorns. Beng. So,
Napakalaking store naman ng inuna mo.
so muna tayo dyan, di ba? We'll try to be close to this whole session. Ben, can you just share what are the products, di ba, that can work with Air 21, right? And again, how can they work with you?
Medyo naglalaga ko na konti, no? Okay. For Air 21 kasi, we actually built a reputation on mass distribution. Being, like I said, we've been in the logistics business for about 40 years. And usually they come to us pagka yan, yung mga big items like medicine, big ticket items, kailangan one pickup, and then afterwards you deliver to 1,000 stores or 1,000 people nationwide, no?
So big is the word, big ticket, okay?
Correct, no? Bulk siya, we pick it up in bulk and then we distribute we break it, and then we distribute it nationwide. Right now, for our audience, so what we can do for you kasi, is that after you talked about having your platform and then meron ka lang payment facility, you can consolidate all of your orders at the end of the day, and it can be 100, 200, 300 people that you want to send to, and then take care of the rest, no? If you start small, you can pick it up in the following day, let's say within Metro Manila, Metro Cebu, we will deliver it nationwide. Now, after that, as you grow bigger, kailangan mo na ngayon mag-warehouse, kailangan mo nang merong mag-sort and everything, no? We can also help you there because we have our warehousing facilities wherein we will basically handle all of your logistics sa likod. So focus on what you do best, which is to market your product, to sell it, to develop it. Then everything that happens in the background, that's where Air 21 and the rest of the one LGC. So antay ka lang ng bayan, okay? And then you tell us where to pick up your supply. We'll take care of the rest.
Okay, it's a big, okay, very good. Dana, yes.
Hello. Siguro bago natin sagutin kung ano yung mga produktong pwedeng i-deliver, ano muna ang mga modes of deliveries na pwede nilang mai-avail sa Lalamove. So meron po tayong motor, MPVs or SUVs, may mga vans at light trucks po tayo na maaari nilang gamitin. Ngayon, mula doon sa size flexibility ng Lalamove, punta naman tayo sa type of item restrictions natin. So gaya ng mga kasamahan ko ngayon, hindi po tayo nagde-deliver ng buhay, tao or hayop man. Maaari po tayo magpadala ng plants. Kung hindi rin may mga restrictions.
So plants are okay. Okay.
Yeah, plants are okay. May restrictions din po tayo, of course, sa mga illegal items. Ngayon, sa panahon ng ECQ, may strict no liquor delivery policy ang Lalamove. Alam ko may mga city na nagbukas na or naglift na ng liquor ban, pero as a standard, dahil ang Lalamove ay pwedeng mag-deliver anywhere in Metro Manila all the way to GMA, pansamantala, hindi po muna tayo nagde-deliver ng alcohol. Ngayon naman, para sa ating mga negosyante, kung ang negosyo mo man ay para sa food or para man sa mga may mga produkto kayong ni-resell or mina-manufacture, maaari nyo pong ipadala yan through Lalamove. So sa food po, dalawa po ang option ninyo. Kung home-based kayo, pwede nyo pong i-deliver yung inyong mga packed foods through Lalamove. Ngayon, kung may restaurant naman po kayo na hindi nag-ooperate during this period, nandyan naman po ang Lala Food para matulungan din kayo for online marketing dahil po malaki rin ang base ng ating Lala Food. Now, through those two companies, since ang specialty na talaga ng Lalamove Group ay delivery, makakasiguro kayo na safe at mabilis ang inyong mga deliveries.
Okay, thanks for that. So plants.
Nakita ko kasi kanina sa Q&A may nagtatanong kung pwede daw ang cactus niya. So pwede naman po.
Pwede ang
Kailangan
cactus
lang po
niya.
talaga i-package lang po natin ng maayos kasi baka loose yung soil nun, kawawa naman yung cactus natin. Pero
Tama, tsaka tandaan niyo po, legal na plant. Di ba?
Yes.
Kailangan halaman na legal.
Thank you,
Joel.
Joel.
Kung ngayon, huwag niyong padala sa Lalamove. Kailangan halaman na legal. Di ba? They're all saying legal. Di ba? Okay. Paring Garik.
Yeah, so look, kagaya ng mga kasama ko dito, I think the main theme is anything that's legal. So we move anything right down from a letter right up to big machinery, aircraft parts, engines, whatever that might be. So I think the key thing is, I guess the difference is for us, we're a global provider. So we're not so focused here on the local domestic market. So it's really, we offer that opportunity for you to take your products to the world. So whether that be here in Asia, to the US or to Europe. And so I think the one consideration there, and I touched on it in the slides very quickly, is each country does have different restrictions on what can be taken into those countries. So there are, I think specific things that we can move out from the Philippines based on Philippine law, but then also say, for example, the US, they have the FDA, so some restrictions on what types of food or items you might be able to take in. So that's something that we would work with individual companies as you want to ship overseas. We would work with you to identify what the requirements are for each of the countries you're looking to move to.
Okay, thanks. Maraming pong salamat, Garrick. So, gusto muna po nating batiin lahat ng ating mga FB viewers. Buti na lang po, lahat po kayo, di ba? More or less national, no? Kasi ang mga viewers po natin ay galing Ilocos Norte, Rizal, Kalinga, Siquijor, Baguio, Cagayan de Oro, Makati City, Mountain Province, Olongapo, Sablan, Benguet, Calamba City, Laguna, Pandan, Antique, Albay, Quezon City, Abra, Boac, Marinduque, Misamis Occidental, Oroqueta City. So, maraming pong salamat at nakikisama kayo sa aming panayam ngayon, ano? So, ibig sabihin, tong movement of goods talaga is interest ng lahat, di ba? Puro po mga negosyante yan all over the country, in all of these places. So logistics or delivery, warehousing everything is so important. So gusto po natin tanungin ngayon, moving forward is, okay, so ang team po talaga natin is really how to transform, di ba? From traditional business to e-commerce. And the fastest way is to really work with a platform tulad nyo. Diba? Kasi ang problema, so gusto ko pong tanungin lang, and you can say who provides a solution, di ba? So, gawa tayong parang case study and then tell me who is appropriate, di ba? Okay. I'll give you a few case studies of me as a business and tell me if any of you can service that. Yeah, just say yes, right? Para at least natin, ma-outline natin. Si Dana, mabilis, lahat kaya na raw niya, di ba? Di ba? Basta wag lang illegal na halaman, di ba? So, okay. Restaurant ako, kailangan ko mag-deliver ng food. Sino 'yon?
May buzzer ba to? Gagano.
Parang kami.
Ako, di ba? Okay. Just say Lalamove, GrabExpress, or QuadX, di ba? So, just say it out loud. Yeah. Ganun lang natin, di ba? So, ako, restaurant ako, kailangan ko i-deliver yung aking mga food sa aking mga customers. Sino yon?
So, I think GrabExpress, GrabFood for us.
GrabExpress.
Lalamove and Lalamove can do that.
Lalamove. QuadX, not yet.
Not yet. If it's
Not
fresh,
yet.
no. Perish.
Kasi perishable. Air 21, hindi pa.
Coming.
Coming.
Ayoko
Yeah.
magsabi.
Ito,
FedEx.
Dito na yung mga announcements. Ito pala yung...
Kala ba naman? Diba? Ayun naman, para naman bumaba. Sabi ko, mahal-mahal nyo kuminsan eh. Oh, mas mahal pa kayo sa pagkain ko eh. Mas mahal pa yung delivery ko minsan sa pagkain. Umorder yung anak ko sa sa Tim Hortons, mas mahal pa yung delivery. Anyway, FedEx.
So FedEx hindi po, pero if you're trying to bring your ingredients into the country to prepare your food, then that's where we can help.
Kita mo, sabi ni FedEx, hindi ho yung in-order ng customer, pero kung yung restaurant mo gusto mong i-transfer, pwede ni FedEx yan, di ba? Actually, ingredients yan, kaya ni FedEx yan. I think also for Air 21, di ba? Mga ingredients and kaya nila. So yan. Okay.
Wag lang ho yung buong restaurant, but everything inside the restaurant, we can move nationwide.
Nga, yung buong restaurant kay FedEx siya, may aeroplano siya eh. So, okay. Ngayon, I have, ako naman, ang negosyo ko, hardware. Di ba? Kasi maraming kailangan mag-repair ng mga bahay. So, sino pwede tumulong sa akin dyan? Hardware, mga hardware supplies ko, di ba? QuadX, tutulong. Lalamove, tutulong. GrabExpress rin, Air 21. Oh,
Pwede din.
FedEx. Okay, tama. So lahat ng mga hardware store, construction materials, everything, basta kasya sa size nila, pwede nyo na pong i-deliver sa mga customers nyo. Alam ko, sumasakit ang loob nyo dahil wala kayong negosyo ngayon, pero tawagan nyo na yung mga customer nyo, pwede na sila mag-repair. Okay? Okay, pangatlo. Pangatlong negosyo, okay. Ang negosyo ko, Marami dito ngayon mga school supplies, di ba? Kasi ngayon yung mga eskwelahan, mag-opening na. Sana magka-opening, di ba? Di ba? Oh, sino pwede mag-deliver ng mga school supplies? 4. Lahat. Okay.
International.
Okay. Pag local raw, lahat. QuadX, GrabExpress, Lalamove, Air 21, kaya Philippines. Si FedEx naman kung international. Okay. Question. Air 21, di ba international rin kayo?
Yes, sir. We do it with a partner, no? Actually, Garrick used to be our partner. we were with them about 27 years in the past. Now we're with the brown guys, UPS.
Okay, so dati po mag-asawa si Garrick tsaka si Beng pero naghiwalay sila. Naghiwalay sila 27 years ago. Tama naman, di ba? Buti na namin
we were together 27 years.
So yan, pag international, you go work with FedEx. Si Air 21 pwede rin pero iba yung part. Pero pag direct si FedEx. Okay, great. Ano pa mga negosyo na nahihirapan ngayon? Mga nahihirapan po negosyo ngayon ay aside from food, ang nahihirapan po ngayon ay tulungan niyo ako. Sino pa bang pwede niyong tulungan? Natutulungan niyo ng mga restaurant, natutulungan niyo ng school supplies, construction materials. Sino pa bang pwede niyong tulungan na hindi nila akalain nandiyan kayo para sa kanila?
So Joel, sa amin, Juan, if you have items na kailangan temperature controlled, let's say ice cream, frozen chicken, frozen vegetables that need to be chilled, we have a fleet of temperature controlled trucks.
So temperature controlled.
Yes, sir.
So yung mga agri natin, pwede lumapit sa inyo?
We're actually doing it right now, no? We're helping our farmers by bringing in vegetables from the provinces and distributing them to communities directly through our Provincia Mart brand, no?
Ang ating mga kaibigan, ang dami nating galing sa iba't ibang region sa Facebook, tsaka kung ano, narinig niyo po yan si Air 21, pwede kayong tulungan, dalhin yung mga produce nyo kasi di ba, alam natin Metro Manila is your biggest market and the problem is to get the products here and Air 21 can help. So mga agri-entrepreneurs, nandiyan po si Mr. Beng Pangan, solusyon nyo, di ba? To get your products in.
Joel, maybe one for us that we're seeing a lot of is the creative people. So people who are making things like jewelry, clothing. A lot of these people are starting to take their products to the world. So whether it be here in Asia or to the US and selling it, through online platforms and then using FedEx to ship it to their customers.
Oh, that's a very good. Thank you, Garrick. So marami pong salamat, Garrick. O yung mga exporter dyan, kala nyo, wala na kayong negosyo, di ba? Hindi. Padala nyo po sa FedEx, diretso sa customer nyo. Yung mga exporter ng handicraft, di ba? Exporter ng fashion items. Basically, lahat po ng members ng SITEM, alam niyo po yung SITEM, di ba? Trade Promotion Arm. So, pwede po natin ituloy ang pag-deliver sa ating customers through FedEx, mas lalo na international. Kailangan po natin kumita ng dollars ngayon kasi tatamaan ng remittance natin, pauwi no ang ating mga OFW. So I'm hoping that can happen. Okay. Any other sector that we have forgotten that you can help? So we already had food, we already had supplies, we had construction materials, we had agri products, we had things for export. Anything else we forgot that we want to add para we know we've covered everybody? So, mukhang okay. So, alam niyo na po na kung sino makakatulong sa inyo ngayon. Ako, ang dami po nating questions. Paano tayo magsisimula? Okay. Masyadong na-excite ang ating mga, sige.
Joel, nakalimutan nating i-mention, pwede rin po tayong mag-deliver ng mga gamot.
Gamot.
Importante niyan ngayong panahon.
Yeah. Groceries, everything.
Gamot, please. So I think everybody can deliver medicines, right?
Yep.
From FedEx to...
Sadly, no eh. Joel, actually, can I correct that? Yung medicines na over-the-counter, currently it is allowed.
Yes.
In the US, kasi doon, pagka may prescription ka dun sa drugstore mo, pwede nilang i-deliver yung maintenance medicines mo diretso dun sa bahay mo. currently in the Philippines, hindi pa siya, hindi pa siya allowed eh. Although, some of the, like sila Mercury Drugs, sila Watson, the generic pharmacy, no, they're willing to do it, but unfortunately, our regulators medyo hindi pa yata allowed. So this is probably where the DTI can help, no? If we can ask FDA or the DOH to sana fast track yung delivery ng maintenance medicines, no? Subject to regulations, of course.
Okay. Thank you, Beng, for that clarification. Gusto lang po natin sabihin sa ating mga audience na pinag-uusapan po natin e-fulfillment, di ba? Logistics, warehousing, delivery, pick and pack. So, bago po tayo tumanggap ng questions, gusto ko lang i-clarify na ang services ng e-fulfillment, hindi lamang delivery. So, when it comes to warehousing, storage, makakatulong po ba kayo sa ating mga entrepreneur? Which among the 5 of you also have those services? Si Air 21, may services ka for warehousing and logistics. Anong klase yun?
Actually, we can, there are 2 solutions there, Joel. Pagbalik ka pa lang, what happens usually, what we call cross-docking. So in other words, pag pick up namin sa iyo ng bulk, parang describe ko kanina, it goes to our stations or mini warehouses. Tapos i-keep muna namin yon until ma-deliver. Yun, that's part of the delivery pila.
Okay.
Pag medyo lumaki ka na, at kunyari, hindi na kasi sa bahay mo o sa garahe mo, yung mga we can offer you warehousing facilities. Actually, you have a choice. Meron tayong regular na warehouse or pagka kunyari, let's say, distribution mo kailangan ng temperature control, we also have temperature control warehousing. So, depende kung gusto mong frozen, kung gusto mong pwede namin gawin yan until you're ready to distribute.
So, may solution si Air 21 sa warehousing and storage. FedEx, Garrick, you were also raising your hand. Yes?
Yeah, for us, 2 elements to this. So one, on the domestic side, we do have local partners who we work with to support companies, who are looking for warehousing. Then, internationally, where we see a lot of movement from the customer base is particularly those selling on Amazon. So we have solutions to help support you move your products into the Amazon warehousing network and to support their fulfillment program or FBA. So that's something that we see a lot of people doing now.
Okay, so good. Oh, yes, Mia.
Yeah, we also do. We have warehouses in the UK and in North America, but these are mainly for, let's say, if you're buying off online stores internationally, then you can send it to your shipping cart address. All you need to do is sign up there. And from there, we consolidate. And you now, once you consolidated and you have all of these coming from different merchants or different stores internationally, then you can ship it to your local address here in the Philippines.
Okay, good. So at least na-address natin yung storage, di ba? So there's the delivery, there's the storage. Ngayon yung proseso. One of the challenges kasi is, pick and pack, di ba? Yung sorting and everything. So does anybody have a way to help any of our MSMEs on picking and packing their stuff? Who provides that services? O yan, si Air 21. Okay.
We're actually doing it right now, no? There are small drug companies or pharmaceutical companies. What they do is that they bring their stuff to our warehouse, yung kanilang mga stuff. And then through electronic means, so we get their orders at the end of the day. After we get their orders, we actually do their pick and pack already. Okay.
Explain mo ulit sa ating mga viewers ano yung pick and pack.
Pick and pack po, ito po yung kunyari, may drugstore ka. Kailangan mo 3 paracetamol, 4 na cough syrup, 5 whatever, kung ano man kailangan natin. Yung sa current procedures po namin, kung in-order mo yan dun sa central, for example, drug company, papadala sa amin yung order electronically, tapos kukunin namin yung mga orders from the stock in our warehouse, nalagay namin yan sa kahon na pupunta sa Joel's Drugstore. Yan. So kinabukasan, makukuha lang ni Joel yung order niya. Tapos pag okay na yan, ayun, yung fulfill, yung payment na lang between Joel and his supplier, yun na lang ang aayusin.
Thank you, Beng. Isang ano lang po, just wanna clarify, yung Joel's Drugstore only sells legal stuff. So, you know, yung kinikwento po ni Beng ay proseso ang tawag niyan. Remember the 4 Ps, di ba? The product, the process, later on we'll talk about the people and then the platform. So, tumutulong rin po sa proseso ang Air 21 because, you know, you have to automate your processes. So, they're helping you with that one. Is there, I have a question now that's coming in. Ito, interesting to. Singit ko lang. Gusto raw niya ng bumili ng 18 pieces of papaya seedlings. Can this be delivered? Galing kay Monmon Mitra. 18 pieces of papaya seedlings. Can this be delivered? Who among you would deliver papaya seedlings? 18 pieces.
Of course.
Ayan. Parang nakikita ko na yung ating mga women, QuadX, GrabExpress, Lalamove, sila yung mga soft and you know, and the guys, 'di ba? Garrick and Ruben para malakihan yung mga 'yan, 'di ba? Pang match. Heavy lifters, 'di ba? So, okay. Okay, I have another question. I have to go fast. Okay, from Olivia, WBS. Yung store namin is selling local products like pack process coffee, sauce, butter, bottled honey, farm products like seedling pots and pans. Do you have packaging requirements? Diba? Ano ba yung mga packaging requirements nyo? Do they need to provide bubble wrap, farm, boxes, and everything? O pwede lang padala sa inyo, diretso na kayo na bahala mag-pack? Anybody wanna answer that? Oh, okay.
I can start.
Sure.
Sige. So para po sa mga gusto magpadala sa Lalamove, so may option po kayo mula motor hanggang truck, ano? So depende sa volume ng inyong ipapadala. Ang packaging po ay necessary na maging sealed po para maprotektahan in the course of the delivery. Syempre kailangan po na hindi mabubukos ang item, ano? Hindi po kami nagpo-provide ng packaging services, so ito po ay kailangan gawin ng ating mga sellers or ating mga negosyante. Pero ang ating mga delivery naman po, hindi po kami nagpo-pool ng delivery. So ang delivery po, pag sa produkto nyo lang, sa produkto nyo lang po. So makakasiguro naman po kayo na pag nilagay po ang inyong mga, let's say, food items sa insulated bag natin, wala pong masasama dong non-food.
Okay, thanks. Jack? Mia,
okay. Sige. So for Grab, actually, similar to what Dana said, we don't actually provide packaging, right? We give you the option if you want your orders pooled with other orders or if you want it na instant. Pag pick up, deliver po sa buyer nyo diretso. Ang isa ko pong suggestion, since the items you mentioned po are pasok sa GrabMart category natin, why don't you reach out also sa GrabMart team? Bukod sa fulfillment, matutulungan pa po nila kayong magbenta.
Okay.
I can share with Joel the contact so you can actually reach out to them.
Okay, thanks. Mia?
Similarly, ako, I think I'm a mix. Naturally, our sellers usually would pack their own products, and that's for their own safety and security, to make sure lang na secure yung produkto, hindi masisira, hindi madedent, hindi mababasag or anything. But when our riders go there, we provide them as well with our own pouch. So nilalagay natin yan sa sarili naming lalagyan, sa sarili naming parcel. So because doon may mga sleeves ron where we put in airway bills or printing labels, because kailangan natin yan when we sort para lang hindi mawawala as we move the products nationwide. Okay, kasi unlike let's say Grab or Lala, hindi po tayo point to point, hindi to 1:1. So we pull, we bring it somewhere else, and then let's say from Manila and you want to, let's say, deliver it to Baguio, kailangan natin nalalaman. So yun yung reason kung bakit we pack. But yes, we also accept products that are pre-packed already by our customers. Ang importante lang dyan, safe and secure yung produkto ninyo.
Okay, thank you. Beng?
In the case of Air 21, it depends on where it's going. Kasi if it's gonna go by air, sasakay natin sa airplane yun, there are minimum requirements that they need for it to be able to be put on the plane. Pagka namang isi-ship natin yan o via land transport Again, depende. Bote ba yan? Kailangan may bubble pack o mga pillows, air pillows? O basta pwede ba yung ilalagay lang sa truck and what have you? The requirement kasi is that depends on, ano ba to? Perishable ba to? Like for example, some of the medicines that we distribute ngayon, it has to go by temperature control truck. Or we will put in gel pack, for it to be able to maintain the below 22 degree. That's required, If it's vaccines, that has to be, let's say, 2 degrees. Again, we provide that kind of service. We are able to advise you ano ba ang dapat. So that depending on the type of transport and where it's going, we can give you the right answer.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Garrick?
Yeah, so we give customers the option, so they can either use their own packaging. Oftentimes they may have branded packaging that they want to see their customers receive. But we do also have a full range of our own packaging that can be used, right from a letter to move a document, bubble packs to boxes of all different sizes. We also have relationships with local manufacturers who we can connect customers to help customize packaging for their needs as well.
Okay, cool. Thank you. This one I'm gonna ask whoever has it kasi this guy nagmamadali siya eh. Si Ariel Nengasca. Sabi niya, who has an end-to-end solutions from marketplace to payment to warehousing, logistics to delivery, since he's setting up his own site and he wants to go who has a full service solution? Air 21 meron, okay? Raise your hand na lang, they'll go in touch. So Air 21 has it. Sino pa may full service?
So I'll add some color to that. So what I would recommend if it's international, so you would engage with a platform such as Shopify, and through their payment providers and then our logistics expertise, you would have that end-to-end solution.
Okay, so FedEx is suggesting.
Add lang, Joel, the maganda kasi, well, I would advise, especially if this is your first time, in our case kasi, we provide the platform, we provide the warehousing, the payment facility, even fulfillment. So all throughout the process, from the time that you put your product online until it gets delivered, you talk to one group. Well, I guess that's one advantage that we have. We control everything from the time that you put it online up to the time it gets delivered to your customer, including you getting your payment.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, Sir Joel, wala lang kaming warehouse, but you can actually sell items through the Grab platform. We will manage the payment facility and through if you're a preferred merchant, kung cashless payment po, kami po yung nagre-remit ng pera and automatic na po yung logistics. Hindi nyo po kailangan mag-book. So, yun po. Basta i-upload nyo po yung inventory. It's more just we don't have a warehouse po for now.
Okay. So, as you can see, each one has their own services, diba? So, and kung nagmamadali kayo, yes, you can go to somebody who has a full service na. Or if you actually also want to control things, kasi I'm an entrepreneur, diba? So, ayoko naman lahat bigay sa isang tao lang kasi sometimes you also want to control certain things, diba? So if you want na nagmamadali ka everything in one-stop shop, you have Air 21 as an option, FedEx suggested Shopify. But if you want to DIY, do it yourself, diba? That's also possible. Like for GrabExpress, ang wala lang sila yung warehousing site. But then that's being provided by QuadX, by Air 21. So it's you really choose the kinds of kung gusto nyo mag-migrate sa e-commerce, you really have to choose the kind of combination you have. QuadX, I have this thing, you are known as last mile. Paki-explain mo naman, Mia, yung last mile.
When we say basically pareho ng ginagawa namin lahat. Last mile fulfillment means to say
wala ba last kilometer dyan? Nasa Pilipinas tayo.
Last or final mile, no?
Yeah, final.
Basically delivery to the end consumer, to the buyer. That's in a nutshell, that's what last mile fulfillment is.
And you're that, right?
We are that and a little bit of everything because depending on the service we have a warehouse from inbound naman to the Philippines, we have warehouses outside. If it's locally, yes, we do movement as well. We do forwarding. So mean to say transport management. We find the best solution, whether it should move by sea, by sea freight, or air. We make those, we do that thinking for you. So kanina may nagtatanong, what do you call this? Anong tanong niya? Kung merong end-to-end solution. In fact, I wanted to ask him, why would you want to do that? It's a very connected world. It's more of understanding your business and looking at the tech that will help you enable it and leverage on other people's strength. So basically, when we say last mile, kasi ang lalabas dyan, pick up from somewhere and then deliver. While we do that, we also do some sort of semi-consolidation locally. We do movement, we do freight forwarding. We do warehousing if it's outside the Philippines. So iba-iba. So we depending on your need, we have iba-ibang solutions for it, similar to, let's say, Grab, I think of Jack.
Okay. So actually, so iba-iba yung mga solutions. Si Lalamove ata, nag-expand ka na rin beyond the last mile o last mile ka pa rin? Si GrabExpress last mile, di ba? Si last kilometer na lang. So si Lalamove tsaka si GrabExpress, mga last kilometer kayo, di ba? Or more?
Lalamove can also support our fellow logistics companies and doing first mile and mid mile. So the interesting thing about the evolution of logistics now is a lot of us, as Mia mentioned earlier, we're all friends here. A lot of us help each other out. So some mga traditional logistics companies, because of the rise of e-commerce, mas dumalaki ang delivery needs nila. So companies like Lalamove na very flexible yung volume ng deliveries, yung mga delivery vehicles namin, we have over 60,000 motorcycles and trucks in Metro Manila alone that can help out fellow logistics companies or even mga businesses that need help on first mile, mid mile, and last mile. So dahil nga iba-iba ang ating mga vehicle type. Normally, pag ang usapang e-commerce, last mile lang ang iniisip natin, paano ba ito makakarating sa consumer, no? Pero paano makakarating sa iyo ang mga raw materials mo, paano mo kukunin ito sa port, paano mo i-move ito from your warehouse to another warehouse, kailangan din po nating isipin yan.
Okay. Thank you. May dadagdag ka ba, Miss Jack?
It's so similar to what they've mentioned, right? It really depends kung ano po yung gagawin nyo. Basta sa amin, pick up, deliver. Like anything you need to pick up and deliver, may it be first mile, mid mile, last mile, or even nationwide, because we also have a nationwide partner for deliveries. So it's really about that po. Depende sa diskarte mo.
Okay. So, meron po tayong isang question. Marami pong nagtatanong, diba? Ito sa pagsasama-sama ko na in one question. What do you think is the cost of the e-fulfillment logistics side of the whole selling cycle? Diba? Siyempre, pag nagbebenta ka, you should actually allocate a certain percentage na cost, diba? E-fulfillment. So, like for example, in different industries, they'll say 30% of my total cost is my salaries, for example, right? So, on the e-fulfillment, anong suggestion nyo for first-timers? Kasi what should be the percentage? You know, what's the cost of e-fulfillment? Tsaka, pwede ba yung, is it something that you just add on, let the customer pay, o dapat ba include ko sa final product? This is actually tawag yun, strategic question, di ba? Do I let the customer pay? O ikaw for example, di ba sinabi ko nung umorder ng Tim Hortons yung anak ko. Mas mahal pa yung Lalamove sa Tim Horton. Di ba? You know, that's so how do you help the MSME, ang ating mga entrepreneur, para mag-decide nito? Integrate niya ba o ipasa niya sa customer? Any suggestions? It's an open question.
So, malayo kasi yung bahay mo sa Tim Hortons, kaya napamahal ka. Kasi distance-based tayo. Baka naman nasa south ka, nasa norte yung Tim Hortons na kinuha mo.
Talaga, marunong mag-depend.
Actually, Joel, kakausapin ko si Tim Hortons, ha? Para sila na lang mag-book, isama na nila sa cost.
Totoo. Diba?
But the question, i-integrate ba will the entrepreneur integrate the cost, o mas mabuti bang it's passed on to the customer?
I would say it would depend on the stage kung nasaan ka ngayon sa pagpasok mo sa e-commerce. Kung nag-uumpisa ka pa lang, the best way is to partner para makita mo kung paano ba talaga ang takbuhan ng e-commerce para sa'yo. Pwede ka magbenta sa Facebook and then eventually mag-partner ka with the likes of Lazada, Shopee, Zalora, outsource your deliveries through any of the beautiful people in this panel. And then eventually makikita mo kung ano ba ang willingness ng iyong mga kliyente to either embed it in your pricing or pwede mo rin namang i-pass on ito. It would also depend on the type of deliveries that you will need. So typically sa on-demand delivery space, pinapass on ang fees dahil there is a premium for immediate deliveries. Kung willing naman ng mga kliyente mo mag-antay, let's say mapupool mo ang iyong mga produkto through outsourcing, mga warehouse sorting, packing, maaari mong ma-embed ang pricing sa iyong produkto. So, I would say kung ang kausap natin ay ang mga mag-uumpisa pa lang ng mga MSMEs, i-try nyo munang i-outsource ito, pass on the fees to your clients. Syempre, depende rin sa presyo ng produkto mo yung magiging delivery fees mo, 'di ba? So, kung ang bibenta mo ay 50 pesos lang, mahirap naman i-embed sa 50 pesos na product price ang iyong delivery fee. So, kailangan din po nating timbangin.
On my part, Joel, I think
Yes.
it depends on what industry, what product you're selling. I think it's more a question for the merchant or for the seller than it is a question for us enablers. So if, let's say, for me at least, as a person running a particular business, my rule of thumb is depending on your margins. If your margins for your product are already manipis as it is, then by all means, then pass it on, okay, and be very, very transparent about it. But if your margins can actually absorb the cost of shipping, then by all means, embed it, tuck it in, because you should be able, di ba, makikita mo naman ilang percent yan. And therefore, it can sort of be a differentiator for you. So you have to study the market, your competitors, what kind of product you're selling, look at your margins, and then from there, you decide whether or not you want to tuck it in or you want to pass it on to your consumers.
Thanks, Mia. Tsaka, Dana, you remember guys, nung pinakita ko po yung 4 P's of e-commerce transformation sa product, kailangan alam nyo talaga yung margin nyo. May mga produkto na mahirap talaga, you have to really know the margin. Hindi nyo lang basta pwede ipasa yan. Kasi, and I'm just being, as an entrepreneur, as a mentor. Ngayon, papayag ang customer kahit mahal yung delivery. Kasi, wala, desperate times di ba? I would pay 500, 600 pesos for a medicine, even if the medicine is only 100 pesos. Kasi kailangan ko ngayon yung medicine So ngayon, yung mga nagtitingin ng e-commerce, so medyo medyo desperado ang tao. Pero kailangan nyo talagang pag-isipan on a going concern, on the new normal, how should you actually be tucking in the cost? Kailangan natin pag-isipan yan.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe Joel,
Yeah,
one of the things from an international or an export perspective, I think Mia touched on the competitive nature of your industry. I think that's key, right? So if you're really trying to make a dent in your industry, is seeing how the rest of the market is positioned. What we typically see is a lot of our e-commerce customers are looking to build in the cost of shipping because the expectation of customers is for free shipping, in a lot of the e-commerce space that we deal with. The other point, Joel, you mentioned around the kind of the cost, the percentage of cost. So typically what we would see is anywhere from 25 to 35% of the total cost to serve is typically tied up with logistics. And again, this is for international. It would be very different for domestic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. For domestic, maybe I can give some input kasi according to the World Bank statistics, as of now in the Philippines, ang ating logistics cost is around 27%. So that's very close to 30%, which is very, very high. Our Southeast Asian neighbors, ang average nila anywhere between 8 to 12% lang ang logistics cost. So again, what the ladies have also mentioned, it depends on your product category. And to what Joel said, Kung kailangan mo na ngayon, then be ready to pay. Now, if you are starting and hindi naman nagmamadali, pwede naman within the next 2 to 3 days, I would highly suggest consolidate. So yung sasabi ko na, we'll pick it up in bulk and then deliver natin kinabukasan. Na kumbaga sa parang it's not depending on the sense of urgency for your customers when they have to have that product. That will dictate the cost of logistics.
Okay, thank you.
Joel?
I can add Dana Jack. If the question is more for budgetary purposes, no, para lang alam ko kunyari may negosyo ako, ilang percent ba of my cost or of my expenses should I allocate for logistics? And maybe Dana and Jack can confirm this as well. On a very high level, and I'm just talking about logistics, not the whole supply chain, hanggang dun sa logistics lang, hanggang sa delivery only. If you compare your shipping versus, at least from what I see, compared to the item price or the item value, we're running at around 5 to 10% shipping fee to item cost. Tama. Dana and Jack, is it the same for you guys? Just to help whoever asked the question to budget. No?
Go ahead, Jack.
Actually, sa amin, depende sa items, right? Kasi I think yung difference, meron kaming perishable. So
Okay.
pagdating kasi sa food, ang nangyayari is restaurants would normally charge something really low. Like we've had experiences na yung charge nila is something like 30 pesos, right? Or some people charge 3%. And then they want it individually delivered. So depende talaga sa diskarte. We've had cases where meron kasi kaming rent model sa Grab kasi platform kami. Meron silang tens of thousands of backlog. Medyo malaking industry na to. So nagpadala kami ng car to actually help out them clear out their backlog within a month. So may ganung solution na pwede. But if you're starting and ang problem is you don't want a fleet, ang nangyayari is they book individually. So each delivery, if they limit the radius, kasi pareho kami ni Dana distance-based kami, and you don't want your food traveling 15 kilometers, so normally, yung mga tao, they try to limit it to anything between 50, 60 to 100 something pesos. So medyo mas malaki siya as a percentage pag food. But for other items, generally, Mia, you're right, no? Yung normal is nasa mga 10 to 15% unless yung tao is like, I need my charger now and your charger is 150 pesos. So sometimes the item value is the same as the shipping fee kung malayo ka.
Exactly.
Thank
Pero
you.
there are also a lot of creative ways to lower your costs. For example, a lot of the platforms or service providers in this panel now have very varying offerings, no. Halimbawa lang for food, sa Lalamove kung nagbebenta ka ng food, pwede kang mag-multiple stops of up to 20 stops. In that way, yung delivery fee mas split siya sa 20 addresses. Imbes na magbabayad ka ng 120 dahil mag-isa ka lang, yung 250 or 350 na total delivery fee, madidivide siya into 20 people. So, the charge can now go down to as low as 55 pesos, 60 pesos. Para ikaw as a negosyante, pwede ka pa ngang kumita through delivery. So, pwede ka mag-fixed fee sa kliyente mo, pero dahil nga sa mga optimization features ng mga platforms na nag-e-exist, pwede ka pang magkaroon ng dagdag na margins through that. So again, it's all about being creative, understanding ano ba talaga ang needs ng mga kliyente mo. Kailangan na ba nila yan ngayon na? Pwede ba akong mag-antay? Magkano ba ang willingness nila na magbayad para sa mga delivery services?
Okay. We're supposed to end at 11:30 pero na-in-love sa atin yung audience natin, di ba? So, diba? Siyempre, diba? They got interested in the love story of Garrick and Beng. They used to be married. Because we have 3 lovely women, diba? Who wouldn't want to stay here? Okay, we have to do a fast talk. Okay, so I'm gonna do it. There's so many questions. What you do na lang is, if there's a question, I'll try to make it a yes or no answer so that it's fast. Just raise your hand and I'll say that, yes, Grab can do that. QuadX can do that, Bank can do that, and so we'll do it that way. So for example, and I'll be the one to call it out na lang so that it's fast because we just want to consolidate people's questions. So number 1, again, just so that everybody's reminded, who has services in all provinces in the Philippines? So that's FedEx, Air 21, and QuadX. GrabExpress.
Grab, pero through a partner,
Through a
not
partner.
directly.
Lalamove.
We're only in Manila and Cebu for now.
Okay, Manila and Cebu for now. So okay, so you know that. Next, who provides again warehousing services? Air 21, FedEx, and QuadX. Okay, but so at least alam nyo sino ang pwede tumulong sa inyo sa mga warehousing services. Sino ang may capability to go international deliveries? International deliveries, Air 21, FedEx. Okay, now, who can handle big items like furniture? That's Lalamove, Bang, Air 21, GrabExpress, and FedEx. Okay. Cool. Sino ang willing magbigay ng discount because DTI e-reboot now? Tatlo lang. That's really a question, ha? Okay, it is control this e-reboot now. Reboot now, di ba? Who is willing to give a discount for your services and commission?
We will make a viable solution.
Okay, si Air 21 will make a viable solution. Garrick, what's your...
Yeah, so we'll look at your volume and what you're looking to ship, and we will always look to support you with the best price.
Okay, volume-based. Grab? You will?
We would. It's mostly packages and then volume discounts. We actually also offer micro loans. So we'll let you know.
Micro loans, okay. So Lalamove, you're offering, right, MSMEs now?
Yes, our specialty or our focus is really to support MSMEs. Ano? So we have mga SME or corporate rates para po magkaroon kayo ng mga discounts in the form of rebates depending po on your total volume per month. Meron din pong mga special services na exclusive lang sa ating mga MSMEs. So
Great.
contact us, we'll help you out.
Mia, QuadX, you are also gonna... Okay, great.
In fact, to DTI.
So everybody is gonna help out. We're gonna do that. Now, everybody wants to contact all of you. Nobody wants to contact me. Well, what can I do? Everybody wants to contact the 5 of you. So can you start putting in your contact details so that the participants can see it? There's an option there, diba? Send a message to all participants in the chat. So please, all 5 of you, please put the contact details kasi we weren't able to put that consolidate. So if you can just type into the chat how to get in touch with you. Everybody's asking how to get in touch with the 5 of you except me. I feel so bad. Anyway, so please put that in. Okay, while you're putting that in, let me try to... Okay, a lot of the questions are very specific really to the requirements, how to work with you guys. So I think that is best answered by getting in touch with you directly. So that's why your contact details are there. But we're also going to post, for all of our participants, we're also going to post all of the contact details in the DTI e-commerce Facebook page. So don't worry about it. Okay. I'll just add a few more fast questions. Diba? Who can do frozen food? Lalamove can, FedEx, Air 21, and GrabExpress. Okay. What about perishable items? Like sensitive items? Okay, Air 21, Lalamove, FedEx, QuadX also? Sensitive items? GrabExpress also?
Yeah, but perishable, no?
Yeah. Sensitive. Basta wag lang raw buhay, di ba? Again, clarify, hindi sila ship ng buhay. Pet at tao, hindi pwede. Okay?
A month.
So, what else can I?
Give me a month.
A month? If I tell you, Mia, help me escape, you'll have me picked up. Okay yun, ha? Okay, maraming...
Actually, Joel, pati basura, pwede namin kunin.
Oh, that's good, ha? Even...
Yeah, we're actually in the thick of things now. One of our companies, the One LGC, kami yung kumukuha ng mga COVID-19 infected PPEs, anything waste, no, sa mga hospitals kayo.
So that's great. You heard it from Air 21. that they are willing to take waste, and they're actually helping out by picking up the waste and the sensitive ones, particularly from the hospital. So that tells you how they can really handle sensitive items. Very good. Okay. Okay, these are people who says, how can they work with you? You recognize that big companies. Do you outsource any of your operations? Do you can micro entrepreneurs work with you? Do you outsource any of your like, for example, do you outsource your delivery? Do you outsource your warehousing? Do you So yan, si Air 21, si FedEx, they're willing. Okay, tayong mga negosyante, di ba? Alam ko sa inyo, marami kayong extra vehicles that you're not using. You can work with all of our providers, di ba? And for those who have a property that for warehousing and everything, you can talk to our providers, the ones who need warehousing spaces. So if somebody is a property owner, meron siyang mga maliliit na warehouse, can they work with you guys?
Yes.
Yes, right? Good, kita niyo yan. So, hindi lamang po kayo peperahan nila, pwede nyo lang silang perahan, di ba? Sa mga providers natin, kumita rin po kayo galing sa kanila, di ba? Kung may warehouse, kasi may transportation, you can offer them the services. Okay, great. Okay. We kind of have to end. It's 11:46. Sorry guys, I know you love this whole thing, but then we have to end. All good things come to an end. But then, please remember, order your food now. Make sure it gets to you. We have our providers here. Before I end, can I also, nobody wants to talk to me, so can I share a screen of what we also do? Carl, can you please share the screen? So, okay, so anybody, so as an international school, we also provide training. So if you want to have training on logistics and supply chain, we have online certificate course. As an international college, we work with the Singapore Institute of Materials Management. Please press the screen. Press the screen. Take a snapshot of the screen. We can give you training on e-commerce and e-fulfillment. We can give you training on logistics and supply chain strategic management. We can give you training on resilience and supply chain and security management. Importante po, these things, e-commerce fulfillment, logistics and supply chain, and then resilience and supply chain. So we have 3 certificate courses that will offer you. Just go and email inquire@fems.edu.ph. Okay, time to say goodbye to our panelists. Please stop sharing the screen. Thank you very much for this, guys. I enjoyed our session together. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sana po marami kayong natutunan sa ating mga panelists from FedEx, Lalamove, GrabExpress, QuadX, and Air 21. Thank you, Garrick. Thank you, Dana.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
More than welcome. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, DTI, sa ating serbisyo sa bayan as we all move towards e-commerce. So tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang ating mga activities. Meron po tayong 2 o'clock, meron tayong 5 o'clock. So with that, this is Joel Santos. I'm the president of FEMS International Business School. Thank you very much for joining us today. Have a good lunch, everybody. Salamat.
Well, thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
TTI.
Thank you. Bye.